and vaginas. We got a show for you. Bobby and Chaz are getting rowdy. So come on, juggalos, whoop, whoop. Call your mom. Come in and bring your dicks and vaginas. We got a show for you. Bobby and
not wanting to
Chaz
play.
are getting rowdy.
It played.
So come on, juggalos, whoop, whoop.
Played on my side. One day
Fuck
we'll
it.
get it right.
It's not working.
One day we'll get it right. Hello. It played the theme song on my side.
It's not working, y'all. This shit sucks. We suck. This podcast sucks. What the fuck is going on? I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I don't give a fuck. I'm bringing everybody in because I'm your mom's.
Why you keep kicking me out, bro?
What the fuck?
Trash.
Technical difficulties because I have shitty internet. It ain't on me. Okay? It ain't on me, guys.
Is everything all right?
So might as well just fucking put it in.
It ain't on me. Doesn't somebody
All
sing
right.
a song called that? Isn't
What
there
the
a
fuck?
song?
All right. Where are you guys? What the
Hey,
fuck?
I can see you, brother. Can you hear me?
I mean, I'm right here.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can't see me.
Intro. You're zooming in.
I could hear the intro, my guy.
Is it still going?
No.
No, I didn't fucking hear it.
Whoop, whoop.
This shit sucks.
Steven, whoop, whoop. Nice to see you in here. We got a
Some
lot of people
reason.
in here. He said, "I can hear all this. What the fuck?" Mike Files. Is it?
Yeah, I got the stream open on a separate tab. We're all in here.
Yeah. I think we're all
Well,
in here, bro.
This podcast sucks. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This app is so fucking bipolar. Okay, so fucking
The
bipolar.
app, yeah.
Damn, we already got some people in this biatch.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop
It played.
whoop.
Listen to the
It
man.
did play.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, sweet. Not on my end.
Internet.
Yeah, I do need to get better internet. So I kind of fucking got this AT&T All-Fi HUD. I'm like, what the fuck? So it kind of
Sounds
came with my
crazy,
phone
man.
plan, okay?
Sounds like you got
But this
scammed.
thing said, hey, let's get some internet in the house. And it's like it's a wireless box that you could bring anywhere. Well, apparently, when you're inside of a fucking trailer, it's like a fucking tin can, signals bouncing everywhere. And you're like, what the fuck? And every time I leave, that like as soon as I go out the door, full bars. I'm like,
Trapped in the trailer, bro.
trapped in the trailer. Huh. I'm not rained out.
Trapped in the trailer like R. Kelly.
Yeah. Are smelly.
Yo, so what are we doing here? We got this guy, not Bobby. Like, what's that all about?
He's not Bobby.
I missed the last show.
Because you were being a good fucking dad, something that not Bobby is. He's not a dad.
He definitely isn't, but we could find out who it is, you know. I watched a little bit of the last show. He kind of took my place a little bit, and, you know.
What'd you think of the last show? Was it horrible? Or was it good? Was it?
No, I really liked
turn
it,
you on?
actually. It was very interesting seeing an episode without myself on it. So I just got to come in without knowing what was going on. I got the full effect of like what it was like to watch you. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes
I don't like your
smaller
face. I
things-
want to punch it.
Yeah, but you just told everybody we're in a relationship in the last episode, so
Oh, whoa. I have no socks on right now.
And-
you cannot say
listen,
this to me. I have
there's
no socks on.
two things I
I'm
didn't
14.
like about it was that, and that you told everybody. It was my first gathering. It was my second gathering.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my God.
It's
To
okay.
be fair, there is a vast difference between a first and second gathering.
Oh, shut up, not Bobby. You shouldn't have chimed in up here. God damn it. This is why you're not Bobby.
What do you mean, bro?
Dude, look
Cat's
at me like
out of the bag.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. Cream
Mike
corn
Vile.
canoe. It's the cream corn canoe.
Yo, so listen, I don't even have a lot of battery on my phone, so I'm gonna sit here on the charger trying to charge it the whole time. But if it dies, I will switch to my cell phone.
Something that not Bobby is prepared for.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't worry. I have a lot to talk about before I have to switch to my cell phone, and we have some music videos to play, I guess.
Hopefully they work.
I don't know if I can actually bring it up on mine, but I think
You are an admin.
Okay.
But so tonight is a really special night. We've been like knocking down each person from this group one by one. And oh, what's going on?
I played a video, my bad.
Yeah, exactly. Your son telling you fucked up. You fucked up, man.
No, he's just playing. He's just sitting here playing with these trolls I got him for his birthday. I got him like the full troll set, like every single troll.
Hey, where's your Hatchet Man chain? Hatchet Man chain so big you got it from Grand Theft Juggalo. Fuck.
I got one right here, bro. Look. All right, so last time we had, who did we have last time? NGS. We had Mike Vile before that. And this week, okay, why are you quiet? What the fuck, dude? Unmute. Yo. Talk. Okay.
Yeah. You said something about Mike Vile. Mike Vile is the king of horrorcore. You know that, right?
Yeah. He definitely
fucking
is.
Hell, yeah.
We had NGS, which was awesome to watch. He was really good. Good conversation. Gotten some weird shit there because it was just the Chaz cast, but it's all good. But this week we have somebody really fucking special too.
Yeah, we've been knocking out one by one of this group because we fucking love these guys.
We're getting everybody in Tritone. We're getting most of Tritone out. We started with Hatchet Kelly, the balls of Tritone, and we moved
like the right there, the fucking
he's just like
Hatchet Kelly right there,
what to do.
Right there. He's the one that produces the feed, like the noise, the sound. That's the balls.
It's our boy right there.
It's like each inch until the tip.
Do you wanna announce who we have today, or do you have anything else to say before? I
want everybody in the chat to spam Tritone before I do it. I see only 3 of them. I want that chat to go crazy. Tritone.
I just picked up my kid and I just fixed my brakes, so I'm really trying to adjust to this right now. Sorry.
So you know what? Since this fucking I'm gonna bring out the guests, ladies and gentlemen. CaptnSmoke.
Much love, y'all. Appreciate y'all for real.
The smoke as soon as he came out.
Fuck yeah!
Always.
Never smoke in mirrors. It's just the captain of.
And just to touch on the whole John being the balls, no. That man ain't the balls in any situation. He the bitch. Fuck him.
Back off. He said turn it back off.
Fuck.
Nah, I know him and Mike both. They coming with the smoke tonight. I've been talking shit to them for the last several weeks. I'm expecting all the bullshit tonight.
Oh yeah. So, how have your day been?
I had a good day. Woke up and went to Kings Island with the family. Spent a couple hours there. Just had a little good time, and then came back, had some dinner with some friends and shit. Now I'm here to fuck with y'all.
Fuck yeah. Like Bobby said, he had a productive day.
Yeah, that's dope. Anytime
All I've
awesome.
been doing is smoking pot and eating tacos all day.
No, I was supposed to have an art show today, and I was supposed to go to like Halloween for a little bit and do this cast from there for a little bit and then leave. And you know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna sit outside for a while, but you know, I ended up having to fix my brakes all day with my brother-in-law in the driveway and do fucking real life shit.
I know that
That's
feeling.
just how it goes sometimes, you know what I mean? But King's, I mean, that sounds fun.
Yeah, we get the Go Pass, so I'm just trying to get my money's worth any way I can.
Oh, yeah. How long does the Go Pass last?
Till this, like, basically right after Christmas, like December 31st, I think is when that ends.
That's cool.
Yeah, they'll take like a little break right after Hollow Haunt, and then they'll do like their little Winterfest thing. But we got the pass where you can like all the Six Flag parks and shit. And since we're about to be down on tour down and right outside of like one of their parks and shit, I'm gonna try to hit that up while we're down there.
So where are you from? Are you from like up there or are you okay?
Originally, I'm from right up north in Troy, Ohio, right up north of Dayton. But for the last like 20 years, I've lived in Dayton.
All right.
I want to tell you guys something. I've never been on a roller coaster before.
What?
I am scared of heights. I am scared of heights. Horrified of them.
Man.
I've been on tons of roller coasters because I'm just an adrenaline junkie. But eventually, like, the rest of the ride starts getting boring besides, like, the hill that goes all the way down.
Yeah, you're just waiting for it the whole time.
So I've moved on to, you know, those towers where they go up and up and up and then they plunge straight down? That ride?
Yeah.
I've just switched to those because it gets straight to the point.
Okay, the only thing I came close to a roller coaster was those log rides that with the splash. That's the only thing I've done, and I freaked out like a little bitch.
There's nothing really. It's not even close to a roller coaster. There's no rolling or coasting about a log ride. It's fucking water.
Yeah.
You know what, Bobby? I hate your literal. Oh, shut up! I hate your face.
Hey, you want some water, baby?
This is stop fishing for roller coasters. Chaz.
What?
This is what life is about.
Yeah, just waterboard your kid. Why don't you?
Waterboard your kid.
Have a couple kids, and you'll understand that waterboarding is sometimes is acceptable.
He's just spitting it out on me like. How many kids do you have? Do you have some kids then?
Me, I have one. He's
okay,
I got a 15-year-old who'll be 60. He's actually a Christmas baby.
No shit, man.
Yeah. Him and my DJ both got the same birthday. It's crazy how it worked out.
That's cool. His birthday fell on almost like Easter. It was the day before Easter.
Nice. Makes fucking holidays suck so bad. Like I cheaped out this year. Like I was like, man, because it's gonna be his 16th birthday and it's on Christmas, so we try to separate the two. So we celebrated on his half birthday, and I told him, I said, this year, fuck this. I'm not going out here and doing 30 different gifts, yada yada yada. I bought him a car for his birthday. Like fuck it, there ain't no better birthday present. And
hey, you know what my dad did for my 16th birthday? He said, "I bought you a car, son." I'm like, fuck yeah. I went to the garage with a matchbox on the ground. I was like, he said, he's like, oh, I was looking for those micro machines so you can't see it. I'm like,
my first car ever, I was 18, all right? And I didn't have a car until I was 18. But my dad found this girl that was trying to sell her car down at the bar. And I gave her $500, and I went back down to the bar, dropped her off with the car, went in to see my dad. I'm 18 or whatever. And she goes in, she's like, drinks for everyone. She used the money. I bought it as a Kia Spectra for $500.
Mike, you're a whole ass motherfucking liar. Mike's fucking dad's a great fucking guy. Don't let him put this bullshit ass stereotype on his father. Everybody wishes they had Mike's dad. Fuck that guy.
Mike Vile is the king of horrorcore.
I've met Mike's dad. He's a good guy.
Dude, my dad was a mysterious motherfucker. I feel like my dad would have got along with Mike. Like he was kind of like reminded me of Mike Vile. But
My dad would look at Mike and be like, "You write music." You
My
look
dad
like
was-
a janitor.
My dad was like not Bobby. He's just a picture on the wall. He ran out when I was little.
non-existent.
Exactly.
How long has it been?
What, since my dad ran out?
Yeah.
I was 8, I'm 35, so what, 27
So the
years?
joke is, if it's over 20 years old, you can make jokes about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm completely fucking cool with it. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. I
it's
was
a
like,
funny fucking story. So anybody knows me, I'm like straight to the point. I don't bullshit with anybody. Like I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So if I don't like you or if I'm uncomfortable around you, I let like it's very fucking apparent. Well, out of the niceness of my heart, I invited my dad to my wedding. And I'm like, man, fuck it. It's just another gift that this motherfucker gets to come see me all these years later and see the man I've developed into. And so I sent the invite out. He told me he was going to be there. I looked as I was walking out after me and my wife got married. We left to go take pictures and shit while everybody got set up with the reception. And so we walked out and I'm looking around. My dad's nowhere to be found. I'm like, well, typical, no big deal. So we leave. We're gone for like 45 minutes and we come back and this piece of shit is standing in the parking lot. He starts making all these excuses and talking and crying and shit. Oh, I thought it was at this time. I'm like, dude, it's been 20 fucking years. Why would I expect anything different today? I handed him a joint and I walked away.
Nice.
hey, that's fucking how you do it.
He's like, damn, I like crack. This sucks.
I mean, you can go back to Tennessee and smoke that shit. Then I don't care. Nah, it's one of the things though. Like all the things that fuck you up in life, they're meant to happen so they can make you stronger and embrace you for the next chapter. So, anything like that, it's meant to happen.
I really do believe in the power of manifestation. That power of manifestation is probably like the most powerful thing ever. If you believe it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Well, and that's like also like, you know. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
I was gonna say the whole thing with like you go through life so that you can deal with stuff later easier kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like today I was able to like go do my breaks and do everything with my brother-in-law super easy because I've been through so much shit. I'm like, I got it done. I was still able to come do the podcast. I felt like I accomplished for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like 2 years ago, that same situation would have fucked you up. It would have had you stressed out. You wouldn't know. But now you're just able. You're older. You're wiser. You're able just to embrace the situation, take it in, and move on. That's one of the best things I love about getting older. You know what I mean? Like I've watched KFC do it for the longest fucking time. Sit back from this angry old motherfucker to try to be the voice of reason. You know what I mean? It's when you get older, you just get a little bit wiser. Sometimes you just got to pick the battles.
Right.
Yeah, that man's like that's my uncle. I just say that's my uncle.
That's my motherfucking brother.
Very respectful. I mean, we did that dating show, you know, and Icy gave us and stuff like. There for a second, he's like, "Yeah, somebody was eating the mic a little bit." I was like, "That was probably."
Hey, we still had fun, and we sold it. That's all that matters.
That's what it's all about.
And people are wanting, people are still wanting to book the Bobby and Chaz show to do live events. Fuck that's yeah! Right. If it puts money in our pocket,
so if we do it again,
yeah.
Suicide.
What is it?
Show.
What?
The suicide awareness show. We should do something crazy. We should really book that.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I really want to do South Park Pizza Tavern there for that.
Yeah, and we're not involved with any other podcasts.
Nope, we are totally independent.
We take sort of like advice from like the Thuggalo show, and that's it.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the Thuggalo show, the Bobby and Chaz show would not be here. Swill Edition is he's like our. That's like Unc right there. That's like looks down like, hey, this is what you need to fix. This is make it better.
I don't really know him. I know all the dudes from the Thuggalo show. Shout out to them guys, man. I love what they do for the culture.
You know, one time, you know, Replicon, you know, there was a bunch of acid cult. They won, like they did that like that whole like contest and stuff, or the awards and stuff. They're pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
What are you doing, baby?
Shit, no, that's dope. Anybody that puts into the culture like that and keeps it alive, man, that's dope shit.
They're very consistent with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's
like
what's
me and Malice was talking about that. We had a good conversation today. He said, "We
Shout
are
out my
the
brother
underground.
Malice.
We are the underground."
Mhm.
There's a difference between the underground with Ice EP, Ouija Mac, all that. But this right here is the true underground, and this is what's going to keep the wicked shit alive. Because people are out there grinding and putting their shit out there and everything, and it just being like who they are truthfully. Because me personally, I don't like a gimmick. Honestly, I really don't like a gimmick because I want to see who you are on stage and who you are in person. The most dopest fucking artist ever, but a shitty ass fucking person. I ain't gonna fuck with you.
There's a lot of those in the culture, or in this fucking not culture, but in this
It's
scene.
all about being real to yourself.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer on that shit. I'm a firm believer that if you stand on business and you keep it solid the whole way through, you don't ever have to worry about shit coming back to bite you in the ass.
Yes.
What's up, baby?
So hey, not Bobby. Why are you so quiet? Why are you being not Bobby?
He's consuming butt plugs.
Yeah.
Consumer of butt plugs.
I'm also trying to be
Consumer of
careful
butt-
because I know there's a child in my presence, and I don't want to go full blown Ben because that's like morally.
I'm gonna throw a troll.
Fuck, I said my name.
Yeah, you just throw his toys up the stairs. You see him, be like, "Ah, stay up there." How smart!
He sits upstairs, but we know that's a cage in the corner over there. We're not stupid.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't want to, go my full unfiltered self and then find out this kid starts sharing my stuff at preschool or something.
Yeah,
I'm
not
pretty-
Bobby.
No, I'm pretty
not
sure
Bobby,
they
like-
made the list for. Nah, I ain't on no list. Hell no, sir. You see this shit here? Certified. Kill all pedophiles. Fuck all that shit.
Kill all
Fuck yeah.
I just came back. Sorry. I just grabbed my kid there for a second and girlfriend.
Only
showed up.
good pedophile is a dead pedophile.
Period.
Facts. Carter,
Protect
don't
them
mess
kids at all costs. They're innocent.
That's one of my biggest
So-
platforms, man.
So what's the newest song you put out? I saw you put out the one 4 months ago. What is it called again? God dang it. We were just talking about it. I'm such a stoner.
what?
Bobby,
Ain't on
you're
me.
so dumb.
Ain't on
It's called
me.
Ain't on Me, you fucking idiot.
We were just talking about it.
Yeah. Hey, how since you're mentioning that,
What's it
you guys-
called? Ain't on me.
Yeah.
You want to listen? You guys want to listen to it?
Maybe.
No.
No. He's like, no.
He's like, I don't like listening to
Bro,
myself.
your music's good.
I really don't. I don't listen to my own music at all.
Good. Because that means you're completely selfless with it. I don't know. I'm just trying to make some shit up.
I don't know what it is.
I'll listen to the
Bobby
Here's
listens
why.
to his song so much.
listen. I'll listen to as soon as I record a song, I'll listen to it and listen to it and listen to it, and then I'm done. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I listened to it. I don't even want anyone to hear it. Like, I'm not even the kind of musician that even puts out much. I was in some punk bands and stuff. I have music that I write that's definitely not, I don't know, not good enough. I can't rap, I feel like a punk dude trying to rap.
I'll be honest with you. I have fucking probably 300 songs I've written. And if you go on any of my platforms looking for me, you'll see maybe 10, 15 songs on their max. I don't put out anything. I'm my biggest enemy when it comes to this music shit.
Right. I see people post like that, and I'm like, there's a reason for that, you hit your high points kind of, and you're like, I really like that song. You don't want to do anything lower than that in compromise, I guess, the progress. I don't know, there's CaptnSmoke, you know what I mean? And then there's just you making music, and then there's It's almost like if I was gonna put out certain music, I'd want it to be in a certain like band, or if I, it's like different styles. I don't want all the styles to be put out into one thing or something. Like it's kind of
Well, that and I'm a very in the moment type person. So when I come through and I start making all this, so I'll sit here and make a song, and at that moment it fits. But I'll say one thing in that entire song that I'm in me when I'm in a straight mindset and I'm out of that feeling. I can't say that and put that image out there for me. So I'll scrap the whole song and never do anything with it just because of one little part of the song that I'm just like,
right,
I don't even know why I said that shit.
You're like, you like everything. Or the other way around, I only like one part of the song that I write, and then the rest of it, I'm kind of like, well, it's not really pushing it. Like, I only like the hook, or I only like one like verse or something. Really,
Yeah.
This Ain't on Me though, with the featuring Alter Ego, is pretty good in my opinion. I was one of my favorite ones on, or honestly that one, but the CaptnSmoke, the one that I posted a little before the show, that was probably my favorite.
I appreciate it.
I like Catch the Body.
Hell yeah. So just a little bit on there. There was supposed to be the whole Catch a Body. There was supposed to be a whole album I was doing. Just gonna do one single topic all about killing pedophiles. And I started fucking around with producers and shit like that, and a lot of my shit that we just never got finished and never got the kick on. I end up scrapping the fucking profile or like that whole fucking project. Right. And it's like, okay, well, next let's move on. And that's where I was like, okay, to kind of recoup from not dropping something, I had to do something. I wasn't even going to release Ain't on Me until I got done with my album. And I was like, you know what? I got to do something for everybody. I've been leaving everybody in limbo listening to the same shit. So that's where me and Alter Ego came out with this one.
Okay.
2, 1.
3. Oh, we
just. All right, I'm about to play this. Y'all.
I'll mute myself.
Come on.
Whoop whoop.
Bastard.
Whoop, screen that bitch.
Whoop whoop.
Even though it doesn't matter.
Why does it just keep looping?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, it sounds weird though.
It's doing some weird shit.
It keeps looping.
Like it just the intro.
What?
Typical Bobby and Chaz show.
Technical difficulties.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'd just like to take this second to shout out
technical difficulties. I am so sorry.
Shout out Not Bobby for holding down
what
I just do last episode. Shout out to 2 Girls 1 Cup. Shout out to
for Haunting Dreams Everywhere.
Yeah. Shout out to what was the other nasty shit y'all were talking about?
Who?
In the last episode. I forget. I was watching it.
I didn't see that one.
It was good.
Shout out to scat porn.
Scat porn, that's what it was.
I don't know what that is. I don't like the way it sounds.
Well,
Google it.
Scat porn is it's like
not Bobby, that's why you want a list, bro.
No, scat porn's bad, bro. It's porn.
I was gonna say I know about bear scat and like shit like that. That's shit.
Yeah.
It's not far off.
It's not like the jazz singing like scat. It's more like
It's not like corn.
Chaz, why? If you said that you're outside, you said that the signal is good. Why don't you stick the rotor or the rotor?
Why don't you go outside and smoke?
Why don't you stick the fucking modem outside?
Put the modem outside. That's not a bad idea.
You said it worked out there.
What's up, April?
No.
You said that you're outside.
All right, well, it's all good. I can put it up. No, I can't. Wow. Okay.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we've successfully snoozecasted again. I really don't do this for the clout. I just have to say that right now. Like, I feel like we're different because we kind of just want to get someone on and get to know them, and like, you know, we're not the show that is looking for, you know, praise or anything. We just want to joke around and like maybe get some cool information out of a good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
That's
everyone's
what I'm
always
conversation.
on the same things, kind of. I
think I could pull something up to bring a good conversation.
What scat?
Let's bring something up. Let's bring something up that would be good conversation.
Oh, let me just
Maybe
do a
with it.
huge. Let me just do a huge dab real quick and make that my personality. Hold on, I'm just
There you
kidding.
go. Yeah.
I can make it my personality actually if you are on. My kid and my girlfriend are just
This
here.
dude's trying to stream the show, stealing the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Man, shout out to fucking Tritone and all my brothers, man. I love them motherfuckers. I'm gonna scream that shit till the day I die off of every fucking rooftop. Woo,
Hell
woo.
fucking yeah.
Did
Whoop,
Smoke
whoop.
drop
Let's talk about this.
his cover of Amazing Grace? Yeah,
Something like
Let's
that.
talk about
it's kind of like.
let's talk about this right here.
Oh, like
Hell yeah. I can't wait to get this shit started.
So, you want to talk about what this is? I see some nothing but freshness on this flyer.
Man.
yes.
That's
You pull up the flyer.
Yes, I did.
There we
I'll
go.
be completely honest, man. Like
I can't see.
getting to see, and I'm not just being biased because we're part of this, but seeing and watching all of this unfold. And shout out to my brother Jay Villain for fucking, you know, all the footwork and him and KFC and everybody have done to put this fucking tour together and shit. But watching these motherfuckers work as hard as they do, for one, it only motivates you to work as hard. So it's dope having a team of people that's really going to push you and strive to make it something bigger. It's fucking amazing to be a part of.
I don't.
But you
feel
sit here
out chasing, and it's all about love and like support.
Exactly. But then I'm sitting here looking at, you know, the artist. Now I don't know AZ the Fallen and the other guy like that. I'm apologize to him. I'm not really hip onto them like that. My people verify them. KFC stands on it, so they're good on it. So I can't wait to chop it up with these guys. But just seeing people like Saints of Solomon, Scum, RG Stoner, and then like some of the other guys that are in Tritone, you know what I mean, like Alter Ego and shit like that, and all the guys that are on it, like seeing all this to come together. And then I go to major concerts all the time, trying to network and having a good time. And you watch all these people, and they will pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to sit in nosebleed sections to see a half-ass show of people that are just standing there karaokeing their own music. And then you have people shit like this.
I can say this now.
All this.
I can say this now, watching you guys for 2 years now. I've been watching you guys, and I can say out of most of these live performers, Tritone music impresses me because they don't do backtrack.
I appreciate that.
Most
that's skill. That is skill. There's not many artists out there that can not use a backtrack.
It makes the sound kind of good too. It's the music's playing through the sound, and then you're singing over it. You know what I mean? It sounds good.
Well, a lot of it you don't really notice. Like if I go up there and I'm just going and there's nothing behind me and I fuck up and I just try to ad lib some shit in there and then catch my drift back up where I go, you're never gonna know. But if I have the song playing behind me, you know exactly what just happened. Like he just fucked up, and then you look like a jackass. But straight up, that goes. That's my brother KFC. Like he pushed that. He'd say I used to do it with the backtrack second. Like this is the way. I can't do it any other way. And he pushed me and he told me like this is how the fuck you do it. And it really does. It makes or breaks a performance.
See, like when me and Bobby go live and stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna use a backtrack just because I'm not a musician. I'm just there for having fun. I'll karaoke a song.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna be out here trying to sell tickets to people and try to sell a dream, right? You got to put some fucking work in. Don't be up there lazy shitting this. Like I've had a lot of people I've looked up to for a long time in this music industry, and I walk out halfway through their set because as soon as I start hearing that shit go behind them, and then I see that microphone drop down to their chest, at that point you could have emailed me your motherfucking track, bro. Like I could have listened at home smoking a blunt and the comfortability of my play.
People sing half of the verse or something, or like, leave half out and then sing the cool part. It just bums me out.
I think it's more embarrassing when you see like a band and they're playing actual instruments and they do a backing track. That to me is more embarrassing because it's like, why the heck did you even bring the instruments at that point?
Right.
Which I'm not hating on anybody. Everybody got their own hustle. Do your thing, whatever works for you. I just feel like if you expect somebody to support you, give them a fucking reason to do it.
You know who I saw that was really good? I saw Demon Jones, and I thought he was pretty fucking fire. Like he had like a guitarist and a drummer, and he was singing everything,
Right there.
Right there,
See,
Same with
Broadnecks. Broadnecks is fire alive.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he's on that whole using backtrack shit for real. A lot of them guys
I think so.
So if you use backtracks and you've got choreography and you've got an actual stage setup, cool, good for you. But I look at people in the industry, people like Tech9, who goes out there every night, 300 nights a year, and does a 2-hour set with no backtracks. He does it by himself, live and in person. And then I look around, I turn around, and I see these guys who've made fucking $300 million throughout the last fucking 20 years, and they're up there karaokeing the shit. I just don't think that's right.
See, like at the gathering, I saw Yellow Wolf use a backtrack just a couple of times.
So I do use, I have hooks. My backtracks are there in my hooks on every one because that is one, usually that's where you have a hype man. They'll be on it with you too. And that's my chance to breathe and everything. So the kind of the hook, it's repetitive. So you get to hear it more than once. I'll try to make sure I jump in the parts that I took my breath on in the first one so that you can hear the whole hook. But when it comes to a verse, I want you to hear and see and feel, because I think a lot of what makes Tritone stand out among a lot of artists and shit is when we up there doing it, you can tell the love and the passion that we have behind it. Like I truly love coming out and kicking it with these people. Like we tell everybody that says we are Tritone. There ain't just an artist, there ain't just a promoter, there ain't just this person or that person. It takes a village, it takes a family. We all Tritone, from the fans to the old ladies that pull up and support us on everything and run our merch and shit. Like we are Tritone. We all Tritone.
I feel the warm hug of Tritone, when I see it, all there. I'm like, okay, there's a KFC over there, there's a Jayville, and like, I'm just kind of like sitting there, like, wow, you walk in the room, you can feel everyone's ready to do their thing and play their part,
Absolutely.
That brings the show for real, the energy of the show. So do you know how they came up with the Set the Tone tour name? Was that just kind of like off the top of like the head, or is this random, or anything
so about that? Honestly, that was like, you can see it in the chat right there. I'll be honest with you, that was all kind of just a random spur of the moment conversation that started one day, and because of the name of it, there it is right there. Others tried, but we set the tone, and that's kind of where that kicked into it. And then KFC and Jay Villain came together like two fucking mad scientists, and from fucking little old Ohio, these motherfuckers set up a fucking, a tour all the way down to Florida and back and shit out of it, and fucking put it all together and just let these motherfuckers know straight up, we set the tone.
They try. We set the tone. See, I'll be honest. I'm a complete idiot. I didn't even put that together like that.
Right, and it was all just a kind of a joke in our Facebook chat one day. Like, yeah, others try, and we set the tone. We're like, damn, I kind of like that. And it just stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's for real though.
Ear. Oh.
And I'll never put another artist down. I never will. All I'm gonna ask is put the same work in that I put in, and we can all, you know what I'm saying? Just because I set the tone doesn't mean that you can't take it one up. I appreciate you, Boots, man. That means the world for real.
I'll probably be at a few of these Set the Tone tour shows, not gonna lie.
I'm trying to go.
Man, I'm telling you, the one I'm looking forward to the most is the Dayton, Ohio show, man. It's no offense to anybody. I look forward to, because I love going out to new places and catching new talent, seeing what new cities have to offer and shit. But the one thing I'm looking forward to is that Dayton show. Like, bringing my brother ZTR Zano from Iowa all the way back over here to Dayton to do a show. I fucking love that dude. Him and his old lady are like family to us. And then it's like one of them things. To me, it's like I hate that it means that the tour is over, but the last date on every tour seems to be like the best time, because we can all say it's like, okay, we don't have to do this again tomorrow. We don't have to rush and get in the van and take off on the road. It's like, okay, let's kick back, let's have a drink, let's have some fun, and let's tear this motherfucker down just for one old time's sake. And we do it. It's kind of like a respect thing for everybody else. Like, man, we've been busting our ass out here together. Let's have some fun on this one. I love the last show of the tour.
Yeah.
And we ended off in my hometown.
See, I'm kind of interested in that. Isn't there one that says Buffalo, New York on there?
No, we're in Baltimore.
I thought there was one. Baltimore, Maryland. That one's going to be an interesting one. I'm curious on how that scene is there.
Man, I'll be honest. I'm a Steelers fan. I don't fuck with Baltimore.
Yeah, sorry. We've been talking shit all day on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, fucking Notre Dame fans, you and John, both of you.
That's how me and John has became really close friends, being a Notre Dame and a Packers fan.
Yeah, though I don't want to forget that part of it. It's not listed on the tour, but the same day as the last date of the tour, May 18th, there is going to be a 3:00 show. That's Mike Vile's birthday. That's it's kind of like a prequel show, ready to kind of celebrate the end of it. We'll pretty much be pulling right back into town right about the time that show kicks off. So it's going to be dope to kind of have a little welcome home party right before we kick the show off. That's going to be a good ass time. That's a free show, and it's at Chaz's spot over there at the South Park Tavern.
Yeah, I mean, I love that place. That I never even got to try their pizza.
I picked up a piece of pizza.
Neither did I.
On the table, and I was like,
I'll be honest.
I never even got that.
I lived in Philadelphia for about 6 months. Other than that, I've lived in this area my whole life, and I've never went in there.
Huh.
So
see, I say the best pizza place in Ohio to me is Late Night Slice in Columbus. Oh my gosh, that place! They're
the best pizza place in
but
Ohio don't exist anymore. That was Pisano's Pizza here in Dayton. That was the best pizza.
They have a Catanzero's in Springfield. I really loved Catanzero's.
We had a place up here. We have a place called Parola's that's pretty good. They do like super big, like Chicago style deep dish like pizzas, but then they do like all different kinds. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of good. I'm up in Ashtabula County. That's like
okay, like Cleveland area.
Yeah, like there's a lot, there's some good pizza places up here, because that's about all there is, especially when we get hit by 6 feet of snow in one night, and it's like, that's all I get pizza,
Right.
Hey, I got a question for Not Bobby.
Yeah, quiet guy.
So, when you sucked on that butt plug, did you actually taste the poo?
No, there wasn't any on it, but there was. I don't know. There was some sweet taste on it.
How about?
It's called the sweet taste of shame, my guy.
Yes. That's called sorrow. You shouldn't try it. Never again.
Does CaptnSmoke blow rings? blow smoke rings big enough to walk through?
No. CaptnSmoke has been smoking too fucking long to blow smoke rings. My lungs don't handle that shit no more. I
get
smoke
you.
like
People are
fucking
like-
10 minutes a day.
The KFC was like, that was corn. All I can think of is fat bastard from Austin Powers like, I did it, he did, he corn. That's all I can fucking think of. Oh, that even said stink, even said that stunk.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of depressed by the chat tonight. I talked all that shit while Mike was on here, expecting him to come back here and flip me the same amount of shit, and he been quiet as hell. John said something about he skipped fishing for this or some shit like that, which we all know is a lie because that bitch ain't catching nothing.
The only thing he's fishing for is some fucking advice.
Man,
If you haven't caught a fish in an hour, leave.
man. John ain't caught a fish in like 3 years. We ain't gonna go.
I don't got my license, but I do like fishing. I do like it up here on the lake.
Someone's in it.
Man, I'm low-key
commented
jealous
in
as
the
fuck about
chat,
that.
and it wasn't me.
That was me.
What the fuck?
Bro, I can access the chat.
But no, I am.
Bobby, your chads.
I am jealous as fuck of that, man. I swear to God, that would what I would do for a living if I lived up in your area. I'd own a charter.
Oh yeah. Be on the
See,
barge
before I got with this woman, I was actually thinking about going work on a barge on Mississippi River. You're gone for 2 weeks, you're back for a week. I would have done it, but there's a whole bunch of like a lot of health problems with the rats and all that stuff, and you probably get seasick. You probably go insane being on the water for so long.
Well, that's not a sanitary lifestyle, to be honest. It's really not.
A lot of people come off the boat and they come straight to like where the lift bridge is in Ashtabula, and they just go to the bar and hang out there and like have these weird little lives where they just kind of like sit and like wait to go back in the boat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take shots.
That's all they know.
It's
a
like
lot of them guys, like I know a couple people that had a couple fishing charters down in like the Outer Banks area, down to Florida area, shit down like that. And those guys talk about literally everything that they eat tastes like fish. They scrub and scrub and scrub. They put hot sauce, everything you can think of, sriracha and all that, and they say it still tastes like fish.
Right. They don't care who they eating out. They don't give a fuck, not Bobby.
Nah, KFC, we got to save all that emotional shit for later over here, fucking talking about personally. Thank you. I do want to thank y'all for having me on here. I do want to do that. But don't start getting all lovey-dovey and emotional shit. I just said something about talking shit, and you respond with that.
You know what? KFC? I'm going to say it as it is. You know why I changed my mind on you getting married for me? You have a bad track record, sir. You do. You have a horrible track record. I'm not doing it. That's a curse. The KFC curse.
I'm 1-0.
Curse. I think that's an actual separate thing that exists in Japan or something. Because there was like a baseball game that was lost or something because they took down a Colonel Sanders and threw it in the lake or something.
You and your
it's a whole thing, apparently.
Man, apparently they've never seen a city after a championship title.
So not Bobby said some weird shit to me, okay? He told me a term called vanilla. What the I don't know what that means. When you're fucking and you're a vanilla, what the fuck does that mean? Tell me.
It's like, babe, it's like you don't really do nothing nothing like no spazat, like you're not very good at foreplay and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like vanilla is like
what you want you to go, shut up, bitch. Like the fuck?
Maybe, I don't know, depending on the girl, bro.
That
sounds pretty
turn.
Vanilla just means not kinky.
Not
Or at
kinky.
least normal or bland.
Okay. Let me be honest. Well, last time my woman looked at me, I was like, how I'm a weirdo. I went, so how did I do? Afterwards, she's like, you suck. Get off of me.
You gotta love the honesty. That post-nut clarity, some shit, ain't it?
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know, it's a kink, the post-nut clarity. That's like
Post-nut clarity made a kid.
Porn. Like tentacle porn, you're like watching tentacle porn, and then at the end, you're like, "Why the fuck did I do that?" You know what I'm saying?
You're
I honestly don't know what you're saying. I've never been on that
Or like
page.
pterodactyl porn. I don't know if you guys have seen pterodactyl porn.
I
but
sure haven't.
bring it up. Bring it up, Bobby.
No, I can't. If you look up the pterodactyl porn, I can't because I'm not on the laptop. But if you want to look it up,
I'm pretty
Bro,
sure
it looks like
YouTube
he's
will
getting
take down
paid
the
to be
stream.
here. Secretly
if we
wants to
show
go
it.
watch some Harry Potter.
I'm trying to figure out, where do I look like somebody who watches Harry Potter?
More like Harry Pothead.
whoops, sorry.
Right. I might be watching a parody making fun of that shit. I would be 100% honest with you. I have not seen any Harry Potters past the first one. I've never watched that shit. I'm not into it.
What's tentacle porn? Oh yeah, this is
See,
a topic.
We pivoted away from this
Something
shit. I
weird.
thought we did good.
Something weird, you know, way too many tentacles, not enough boundaries. I feel like
That's something that my brother. He's a weeb.
yeah.
It
So
has
I
to
made
do with
fun of
Japanese censorship because
Okay,
they're not
so-
allowed to show
Four
certain
holes.
things.
And they always. Only thing I
So
saw
they
was that
censor it.
censor nipples.
Yeah, so they replace it with other things, and it just makes it a billion times weirder than what it would have normally been.
Have you watched it? Not Bobby.
Clearly.
I may have just to see what it was.
Liar.
I feel like you fell in a rabbit hole in this.
There was
The
way
funny
too
thing
much
is-
hesitation in that answer.
It's actually existed for centuries. That's
Really?
yes. I can actually pull up. There's an old ass painting that proves it.
I thought he was about to say a video. I'm like, yeah, I bet back in like the fucking 1870s, they was out here cranking out tentacle porn.
No, yeah, tentacle porn.
it was more like all shadow art.
Yeah. No,
It's all drawn on the walls and caves
It's
and
all I
shit.
could think of. Another Austin Powers is when him and Minnie, that his little one, were like behind a curtain and you're like,
Yeah. Tentacle porn proves time travel because they found a tentacle porn video from ancient Egypt that was on a flash drive. No, I'm just joking.
on a flash drive.
CaptnSmoke brought it. He blew a smoke ring and someone traveled through the ring with tentacle porn and dropped it off in the past.
That actually happened.
Yeah, totally.
But while they were doing that, there were some pedophiles that died in the making.
Tentacle
That's-
porn.
For every smoke ring, another pedo dies.
We
Okay,
gotta
so-
protect.
In this
We
motherfucker.
gotta
I
protect
think I
not
may
Bobby
actually-
from RFK. What's the RFK?
Robert Kennedy Jr.
What's the deal with this? Not Bobby. What is that?
Man, this motherfucking shit grows in all patchy and white trashy, motherfucker. I tell everybody I'm a patchy. Patchy right
Dude,
here, patchy right
Dude,
here.
I get called Amish all the time.
I believe that.
And it's just because I have Scottish in me. and
Let me
it's-
ask you a question, Chad. Have you ever considered an Amish lifestyle?
I told people I Rumspring. They dropped me off the gathering.
I feel like you might need an Amish lifestyle for a day or two.
They would kill me.
Yeah, probably.
She's like, I'm afraid to Google tentacle porn. I'm afraid Chaz's OnlyFans
Okay,
will
So
come up.
That's the only thing that comes
We
up.
can probably show this just because
whoop.
it's historical and it's like an ancient Japanese painting. But I actually, for reference to show, it's been around for a while. This is something I found. I believe the painting's called. I believe the painting's called "The Fisherman's Wife" or something.
I've seen something like that's like Old Greg or something like that on YouTube, right?
Here it is. Let's
I
see.
was Amish one time here a couple years ago, and I'm pretty sure Rebel Spaz and DJ Hatchet Kelly were with me. Fucking Loke the Demigod put a show on, and it didn't tell us anything about it. Just said, come out here and do this fucking show. We drive 3 fucking hours out there, and the next thing I know, I'm looking around, and there's shit all over the road everywhere. We're just going through these cornfields, just driving, and it says your destination is on the left. I looked over, and there's nothing but a pole barn and a fucking school bus. And then like fucking 400 feet off of it is like fucking 4 little sheds that look like put into a building. And that's where we held it at. So for that night, we was kicking it with the Amish. I was Amish. Thank you, Mike. Detour.
I gotta.
Yeah.
I guess I got a little errand to run. I gotta wait for the weed man.
I remember them days.
Remember when you had to wait like 10 hours for the weed man?
Yeah.
Man,
They're like,
those
sorry,
were the fucking days.
They're like, I'm like one town over and I have to deliver 2 bags.
I remember back in the day, you had to go through 10 different people to try to get one bag of weed.
Right. And it was always like a bag that was like this big and like burnt together. Like they just like.
Chaz smokes Reggie. Not no more.
I would
Liar.
smoke Reggie right now just for the fucking pure like nostalgic benefit.
You know Mike Vile writes music for Pound
Fuck
Down.
me up too, bro.
Did you know that?
What's
Mike
up,
Vile
baby?
writes music for Pound Down.
I mean, he writes for people with Down syndrome. There's down in that.
That is true. I've seen him do it.
We wrote a song that was like
Motherfucker thought you would come here and talk shit.
syndrome dick. Down
No.
syndrome dick.
Down syndrome dick.
Down syndrome dick. She got some Down syndrome dick.
Why she gotta have one? That was weird.
Oh
got-
shit.
Like she got it. Like she.
Hey,
she
hey,
got
you were
one. That's what I'm
hey,
saying.
Hey,
Hey.
not Bobby. That was popping up.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, I'd have to bring it up.
It's
He wants to show us this art piece.
yeah. It's called The Dream of the Fisherman's Wife. See if I can.
I don't know. Last time I tuned in, y'all watched some questionable videos. I'm not down for this. I'm not trying to join your list, not Bobby.
All right, I'll let you know if it's loading.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, where's
Where's
this?
this?
Yeah.
I would tattoo that, dude. That's really sweet.
So that's to an extent. Picture this, but with actual actors.
I think you should definitely get that tattooed on you, Ben. Next time I come to town.
It's an actual. I wonder when this thing was made.
Well, Chaz and Bobby, I'm glad you guys had a good time on your show while it lasted.
Yeah. Okay. Have you guys ever watched the Ted TV show? Have you ever actually sat there and watched Ted the Bear, the TV show on Peacock? It's fucking great. It's so good.
No, I've only seen the movies.
Okay, the TV show is like a lot like a live action Family Guy, and they have their side skits and shit and everything because Seth MacFarlane. Well, there's a scene on there. There's this weirdo that comes into the house and says, "You want to see some porn?" I'm like, "Yeah." And a guy drew his own porn, drew it and everything, and he's like, "Extra Bush." He made a big thing about Bush back in the 80s.
How old are you,
really-
Chaz?
Listen, I got suspended for 1 day in elementary school for drawing porn. I drew a whole.
Bobby,
I sat there all day
that's
drawing
how
porn.
you became a tattoo artist.
I was drawing porn. I was drawing like anime girls, like, and then they brought me to the office. Like, who showed you what this looked like? I'm like, newgrounds.com.
I fucking love that site.
Why did you drop the source? Now they have to ban it from the school.
Hey,
And on top of that,
Man, we used to make proxy sites on. They'd
Right,
shut
I
one
was gonna
down, we
say
just
would
make
get a
another one.
proxy, just go on whatever we want.
Man, back in like fucking 2005 to 2008, like we were all motherfucking coding wizards. We all had that shit on lock.
Facts. If you had MySpace, you knew how to code.
Facts. That's where we all learned how to code at. I'll be honest with you, I could not do that shit today. I don't know what any of it means, but back in the day, I used to know how to
It's a different
customize it
time.
all. Yeah. Man, I miss those days. It makes me feel old every time I think about it. Because I'm sitting here thinking about it. My son is that age that I was while they was doing that.
Ugh. I don't know,
Alright,
man.
scientists.
Watching Cake Farts. We watched Cake Farts. We watched Two Girls, One Cup. We watched Unforgivable. I don't know if you know what Unforgivable is.
I don't think I know what that is.
It's like a black dude in the woods saying some of the most vile shit ever. It's a funny video. I wish I could bring it up.
We had all kinds of weird shit on there. I'm trying to think of some of the ones we should watch. Like Backstreet Boys Are Gay was like one of like the #1 hit.
Hey, did you guys see that Riot Fest is about to have
Yeah.
the Beach Boys come perform?
Oh gosh, how are they going to even remember their lyrics anymore?
Man,
Hey,
fuck you. Those
the
dudes can
main
still
headline-
sing.
They should video chat
The
Charles.
main headlining show is going to be Weird Al Yankovic. That's a show I want to see.
He's actually about to be here in Kettering. I wish that the tickets were retarded.
They're in Champaign here in Illinois. They're having Jay and Silent Bob's going to be showing up, doing the show.
Yeah.
I want to see Kevin Smith live. Bucket list. Like,
Wah, I want to see Kevin Smith live. I'm Chad.
Bobby, I will fucking wipe that smirk off your fucking face.
I'm gonna come rip you out of that trailer, bro.
Come do it, daddy.
I'm gonna rip ass on your trailer.
I'm going to rip ass in your mouth.
At Cream Corn
Okay.
Wrestling.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So every show we talk about this. So Cream Corn
Performers saying
Wrestling.
they do in it.
Yeah, dude. I know
A lot of people involved.
this
now.
shit's gonna be fucking crazy. Like, we have a lot of people interested in it. I guess
Well, you guys will be glad to know out of all your guys' guests, I don't want no parts of it.
That's fine.
but we are gonna ask Team Bobby or Team Chaz.
I'm gonna come leave my.
I'm going Team Bobby.
Yeah. All right. Never mind then, because I was about to say something gross. So
He's like, yeah, no, you're cool. I'm gonna pass that.
1 second.
I was gonna say I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave because we're gonna be wearing these diapers. I'm gonna go ahead and just like leave one at your campsite so you have a little souvenir.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Something.
the thing about that is I'm an old man now. I don't camp.
I don't
Hey.
count.
I'm probably not gonna be camping either because I got offered a place to stay. So this year the gathering is gonna be a little different for me. Okay, my woman's gonna be 6 months pregnant at the gathering. She said only way she's missing is she's dead or in jail.
Where's my drink?
Okay,
No, I'm not doing
so
I gotta miss a lot of work for it, so I gotta save.
Sorry, what was that?
So yeah, the thing I've noticed, Bobby's been slacking. Okay,
I've not been slacking. I've been working.
you've been
You
working.
might not know nothing about that. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, right now I'm in a financial struggle and everything. I am right now. Monday, I actually have a job interview. Hopefully, I land the job.
Good luck.
Working at a train yard for the train union.
Hell yeah.
I'm wanting that train union pay.
Heard that.
That is my. You know how hard it is to get in that union.
Bro, how am I slacking? I just like changed the brakes of my car today and like
I like how this man, everybody is Team Bobby, but he went to around talk about he's slacking. That sound like you
Oh
slacking,
yeah,
my guy.
dude, we already did the weigh-in. You tried to pick me up and couldn't pick me up.
that wasn't me, bro.
That might have been not Bobby. I don't know where you were at.
Not Bobby would kill me.
No, he was in the audience getting some nookie so he could take the cookie.
Yeah, no, okay, he was in a dilemma. Okay?
And shove it in his mouth.
No, okay, so not Bobby. You want to talk about the dilemma again?
Yeah, so when we were at, this was all South Park Tavern when all this happened, right?
This is your first Juggalo
Good
show,
things-
right?
good
Outside
things
of the gathering.
Yeah, outside of the gathering, yes.
Ooh, I farted. It smells like
So
food.
there were these two ladies who were there, right?
Oh, I hate where this going.
And they you know,
This is
they're
my
pretty-
evil doing, okay?
they're
Let
pretty-
me say this.
They're pretty good looking, right? And
Which means, and not Bobby's eyes means they have a pulse.
so anyway, they one of them basically then says, or at least they both come up to me, right? And they're like, "Hey, we'll have sex with you, right? But on the condition they get to peg me with a strap on with no lube."
I told him to do it.
Does spit count as lube though?
They wanted it dry.
They want it to
I
be.
told him do it. You might not knock it and let you try it.
So how did it feel?
No, I didn't do
y'all
it yet.
disappeared, bro.
No, she left before midnight. Her Cinderella left before midnight.
I think they found somebody, dude. I think it might have been one of them silver foxes there, one of them older juggalos or something.
Or
I'd be like,
it was just a really short dude with long hair. There was no strap on, Sonny.
I actually was there with my girlfriend, and we're speculating a little bit. I was like, yeah, he's totally gonna get that tonight. But then they disappeared and not better.
Well, the whole thing was supposed to happen over at John's house, and John walked up to Heather about it, and you just hear her, "Not in my fucking house." Oh
Well, I
my
mean,
god.
To be fair, I didn't think of the logistics when it came to that.
We could have took it to your house.
So I know
Yeah.
Not Bobby outside of this scene, and I'm gonna let you know right now, he didn't think about much at all.
He was just stuck. Why are we looking at your toes?
For free as well. You could charge for that, you know?
You need to watch it. Not Bobby's over there rubbing one out right now.
That's the thing. That's the thing about
you would
being
never
not
know if
Bobby.
I was.
Yeah, you never know if Not Bobby is cranking it. Or and look, he's like foot finder, screenshots, zoom, crop.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's definitely screen recording right now.
There's no need to. This whole thing's being recorded.
Are you bald, CaptnSmoke, or are you just like short hair?
Both.
Really? So when you're bald, does the back of your head have like a face, like lines that like?
He got that Impractical Joker Murr hairline.
I was you know, in life, in the beginning of it all, our creator tells you get a good personality, a big dick, or you get a good hairline. And
I got the good hairline.
I was blessed with one out of the three. We're not going to speculate on which one it is because
I have a horrible personality. Let's just say that.
My personality is about the only thing I have going for me in life.
I have a shit
Like my
personality.
hair, bro. So
like literally, the only thing I'm blessed with is I'm probably never gonna go bald because my grandparents, both of my dad, they all have a whole head of hair.
I started balding at 13 years old.
oh my gosh.
And what's fucked is I thought, okay, the hair's gonna fall out here and grow other places. Hell nah. I'm fucking halfway through my 30s, still can't grow a goddamn beard.
I can't grow a mustache. It went all to my body.
Yeah, we're definitely your show's getting banned after you lift that shirt up one more time. We're gonna put that on the fucking internet. That's bestiality porn.
Oh fuck. So
at least
I was told to ask you this
because it was a historic painting.
Chaz,
so-
you look like Robin Williams with a filter on that's like makes your face like all the center.
Like, it may be if he has like a genetic mutation or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
You do have nice hair though.
I mean, you're lucky that you have a full head of hair. You got that going for you.
All right, tattoo of the day from Bobby and Chaz show. What tattoo am I gonna show?
all right.
It's
I got
snake
my-
girl with boobs.
My gorillas one. There we go.
That's cool. That's pretty dope.
I'm a huge fan of gorillas because the fact that it's only one guy and does all of that. Oh my god! And
The guy from
art.
wait.
Are you talking about like the musician group Gorillas or talking about an actual gorilla?
Gorillas,
No.
the musician group.
banned.
Okay. I was over here like, why is he talking about gorillas?
Because I want to be like Violent J, hanging out with the gorillas and apes.
Okay.
What up, little
You have
dude?
tattoos?
Ape boy getting this shit on right now.
Yep. So I was told to ask you this question. So last year was your first gathering. Was that correct?
Correct.
What did you think of it?
I mean, it's like, so while it may have been my first gathering, it was not my first experience with Juggalos. You know what I'm saying? I've been down with this shit since I was a young kid. So, I mean, that's basically most of the people that I grew up around and hung around, those were the type of people that were there. So, I mean, more or less, being around the gathering, it was just, while it's cool to see everybody in one place, it's nothing new. You know what I mean?
I remember I slipped my wristband just to get you in.
Man, hell yeah.
Yeah, and you were like sitting there just like security and everything.
No, wait, you came up and asked me for your wristband to do that because I remember you were like, "Can I have your wristband so we can get this so and so in?" And I was like,
"Yeah." It was 2 wristbands we had to slip.
Yeah, me and my wife. Yeah.
It was me and Bobby that slipped our. Wait, so you slipped the other one, Bobby?
I was gonna, but then you.
No, I think we got it from Eli. Eli sucked some dick in the parking lot to get his, so I felt it was only right that he shared.
That was the greatest rumor I've ever spread.
The worst part is that was one that I told my parents. I thought it was actually legit.
So what's funny is I actually did make wristbands that would have passed. I wholeheartedly think that they would have passed. Like out of everybody, probably not. If anything, it's probably just going to be just posting up and chilling, having a good time. It's been it's been a fucked up year, so it's kind of like one of them things.
I'm trying to get Rebel Spaz to do the rap battle.
So you can't put people like Spaz in an environment like that because he likes to embellish in the psychedelics, and we're going to lose him in an extraterrestrial place out there.
I feel like we can save him. Hey, I seen Alter Ego rap at least 6 times in the middle of the night off of 1 tab of acid, and he was getting it.
I've watched Alter Ego perform like 8 times in a car in an hour. Like, that man works.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That dude, though, for real, like that is one of the hardest working people in the music industry.
He does like he does all the different types of voices, like exactly how he's recording.
I love. Okay, so about the South Park Tavern, that thing, that Hatchet Kelly messing with his set, doing the water boy skit on him was the funniest shit I've seen live. Because watching him just go. It was the fucking greatest, and then when the beat went like, grr, I'm like, hell yeah, that was fire.
So it's funny as shit because we are in the chat. I was sick as a dog, and watching that kind of made my night. It was like that uplifting spirit. I got to laugh for a minute because I felt like total shit. But we were in the chat, or I was talking to him on Facebook or something like that, and I had to tell him straight up, like, that was hilarious. But you ever do that to me in the middle of my set, and I'm throwing the microphone at you, bitch.
Yeah, guess what? We're gonna do it to you without you even knowing.
That's cool. I know where all the chords run.
he just randomly throws a gong in there. You're like, what the fuck? I was trying to tell John for Perry's birthday, throwing the Perry the Platypus in there. Just randomly.
That was
I was
fun.
losing.
Water sucks thing with the Alter Ego, though.
Yeah, that was probably.
Yeah,
that
what he
was
was
probably.
talking about. Yeah,
That was tough.
Will Gates loved it. Him doing that song.
That show.
Yeah, Will Gates.
Like the whole time he was watching the whole show, like, you know, everybody was that was there, watched the entire show.
That's dope.
I've barely seen many people go outside.
Hell yeah.
That was like I'm not trying to put me and Bobby on the pedestal. I feel like we saved that from happening because in between we still had our things.
We go back and be like, hey guys, you enjoying the show? Like, hey, this person's up next, don't miss it. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of like that announcement kind of thing going on.
Yeah, right. Then Bobby puts on not Bobby, that was Chaz. I'm not framing Bobby for this one. Chaz puts on the moo halfway through, nothing else on. Just the moo.
You looked like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, you looked interesting.
Oh, the pretty lady variant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny though is we end up all going to a gas station at like 3 a.m. and he's still going in the gas station with that attire on.
But this is Dayton.
I looked at this really, really nice lady and said, does this moo moo make my eyes pop out? She's like, yes, honey, you kill it.
That's what I'm saying. This is Dayton. We expect shit like that.
Yes. It was great. I loved it. Hey, even though we introduced the show as it was Xenia, that still was funny.
Yeah, that's disrespectful to lump us in with Xenia.
Yeah,
we were fucking with everyone. We almost said DJ Ultra Ego and
that's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny as shit watching people fuck with Alter Ego because he's just as funny with like about it as me because it catches him so off guard and he processes it so hard. The difference is I'll throw something at you. Ego's just gonna stand there and laugh.
I can't. Every time he looked at me, he just like lost it. He couldn't look at me with straight face.
And I'm just saying, John, if you're listening to this, I seen what the Ship of Fools did to your laptop, bitch. I'll throw water in that motherfucker. We know what it
Water sucks. Gatorade is better.
Shout out my brother Rebel Spaz. I just see that. Well, we circle back on that.
I'm just saying,
shout out to he's doing that battling shit right now. That shit's crazy.
I'm just saying with the whole ship thing, it's like, without a solid crew, your ship isn't gonna float, bro. That's all I'm saying.
All I can say is all ships must sink.
I
wasn't there for
some
it.
arson that day.
I didn't realize the whole story till the end, kind of. I was like lost in the butt.
I was okay. I'll admit that whole situation. I was a little out of line myself, out of character. I kind of blew up. I was strung out, not doing so good with my mental health at that gathering.
It'll be a sober gathering this year.
So, yep. I'm
happy to
still
hear that.
going.
Congratulations, by the way, man.
I'm California sober. Me and Bobby are about same sober as long as we are.
I'm mostly sober.
Hold on.
Sober.
Did you say California sober?
Yeah.
I don't think you know what that means.
It means
smoking
you're
weed.
sober, but you smoke weed, I think.
No, that's not California sober. California sober means you don't do anything but coke.
Oh shit! That's what I was. That's what I did.
We're too broke for that.
That's why I'm over here like, wait, what do you mean this shit? That's why people like Celerio got that do cocaine in California.
I'm only smoking green. I may dabble with a little bit of shroomies here and there, just to keep an energy, but not
only stuff that grows from the ground.
I wonder what Nebraska sober is, or Mississippi.
That means you get high on corn whiskey.
I'm thinking that means something along the lines you're sitting there sober and you decide to fuck a goat or something. I don't know what goes on there.
You know what? We need Larry the Cable Guy on here to ask him that because he is from Nebraska.
Like, what the fuck is Nebraska sober? Like, I couldn't tell you. I've never been there.
That was a great Theo Vaughn impression. That sounded like something he would say. I've been sitting here like all day. I've been like sitting here watching random Theo Vaughn videos. They either were about cocaine or masturbation. Bobby, you're gonna get us banned. Our mussy.
The good thing is the amount of hair in the video. They know he's of age. We're at least okay.
No, I've had this since I was 12. I'm only 15.
Yeah, he's like, I've had this beard since birth. He came out looking like Leonidas.
Some of us were blessed with some, and some of us were given none. All right, it's all right.
Yeah. You know what? We could. So I've been figuring something out. They said, so with the cream corn wrestling, I'm gonna be. You know how the people does the wheel. Yeah. I'm thinking about bringing my own wheel and using everything that's been in the chats for punishments, throwing it on that wheel because either Bobby or me are gonna have to spin that wheel.
You guys are gonna boof the chip from the one chip challenge.
Only thing I would say to this is, and it's kind of me standing on character. If you're gonna do that, reach out to them folks that do that, and make sure that it's not gonna cause no issue, nothing like that. Because a lot of people put a lot of work into coining these monumental things. Like everybody knows them by that wheel, so don't go stepping on their dick and being a dick asshole to them. Kind of just make sure it's cool with them to do something like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Mr. the 216 Juggalos, right?
I can't remember what their name was.
Yeah, I know it's
Chocolate.
Swill and Jessica, brother and sister. I know they
The
do it.
Cleveland Juggalos, I think.
The Cleveland Jugs.
I know I sat there and watched them for a couple hours, have motherfuckers coming over, spinning that wheel, doing some crazy shit for a beer and shit. That shit was awesome.
And the beer was warm.
Yeah. That's why I'm over there like, what the fuck? You gotta wait at least an hour in the cooler for that.
Yeah. So
Scrubbelos
last year
will
at
do
the
some
gathering,
shit.
what was your favorite set that you got to watch?
I mean, obviously the clowns are always awesome, but honestly, DJ Paul.
DJ Paul was like pretty.
Kim Dracula for me.
Man, honestly though, it wasn't just the set though. It was sitting back there, the rain coming down, chilling with everybody, having a good time, and it was just like how the lights were making the rain move, and everybody was just jumping, having a good time.
It was like, who are you gathering with? Like, you ended up in the rain with like a certain group of people, and you're like, man, like we've been hanging.
I was with y'all. I was with my fam.
Right, exactly. And that was really like the monumental point of going to the gathering. Like, well, I had to make sure that I snuck in. I couldn't pay for my first gathering ticket. Been down my whole fucking life. I can't go in there like that. I'm not that bougie. But it was kind of like one of them things of being there with my family in that moment and shit like that. The way the lights was coming down, I was in the moment watching all my people just have that good time. It was fucking awesome.
So like my I think this year gathering is 25 years of doing this shit.
Yes, sir. That's
this
dope.
is a gathering of legends. Who do you want to see on that main stage performing for the?
I told everybody the same answer to this because I've heard like 5 people like, what's gonna the make or break for me is Method Man or Redman. You cannot say you're having the gathering of legends if you can't bring the 2 legends back.
Yes. So I honestly would like to see Guar come back.
You see, that's iffy because they aren't even so like Land of Illusions is like 40 minutes from my house, and they do the like the opening every Halloween for that every year. And this last year they said, "Now we're done doing that," and the Convalescents took over it. And I don't know if Gore's going to be doing a whole lot anymore. They're talking about like a few major festivals that come with a big check, but they're getting too old for this shit.
So and like the biggest one I would love to see come back is Vanilla Ice.
I fuck with Vanilla Ice.
I would love to see that. I like Sir Mix. My first gathering, it was the Gathering of Dreams. I got to see Sir Mix a lot. Sir Mix a lot at the Gathering of the Juggalos was my highlight. I'm like, dude, he just did buttermilk biscuits. What the fuck? That's like my childhood right there.
Vanilla Ice came to like my small town's county fair one time, and everyone, I was like, hell yeah, I'm down with this guy ever since then.
That sounded like that moment from fucking Mr. Deeds. Like Stephen King came to town. Yeah, but one person made eye contact and that happened.
I love that shit.
Nah, that's dope as shit. Vanilla's always been down with the family. I love seeing people like him take it on a national platform and scream that.
So what kind of comedy set would you like to see? Because there always had to be a comedy set at the gathering.
I'm salty as fuck that I missed Big J last year because I have actually followed him since it's fuck sucks because it was Bad Boys of Comedy, so it was put on by P. Diddy back in the day. But the Bad Boys of Comedy that were on, it was on an HBO special, and Big J Okerson was like one of the funniest fucking people ever. KRS-One would be dope to see too. I would love to see him.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. That was so good. At Gathering of Dreams, KRS-One came.
Oh. See, I was just worried about it when he did come because I'm like, oh man, this dude's gonna spend half his fucking set preaching. I don't want to hear that.
No,
and they said he didn't do that shit. I'm like, man, I'm
no. Okay, so Slick Rick he won me over. Okay, he started bitching at the crowd and still rhyming with it. I'm like, you won me over. You won me over. How are you gonna rhyme and bitch at the crowd at the same time and still perform? You got this.
How you gonna come to the Juggalos, Gathering of the Juggalos? God, I can't fucking talk them high. But how you gonna come to the Gathering of the Juggalos and bitch about the crowd?
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that that's the cardinal fucking rule. Watch what the fuck you say up there.
Rakim fucked up with that one.
You gonna turn around, become a riff raff or a fucking
Tia
tequila. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew
Oh.
he fucked up as soon as he was like, "Stop throwing shit at me." I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to go well."
So I think Lardy B is going to be the headliner on the side stage again.
She's made a huge impact, like a big stomp in the fucking underground scene, in the Juggalo scene. Shout out to Lardy B. You know what I mean? We chop it up all the time. I actually got connected with her on Instagram and TikTok a couple times. Facilitated a couple artists and shit like that for her to get some album artwork and t-shirts and shit done.
Oh yeah.
And fucking ever since I met her at the King of Clubs, man, she has been like super fucking awesome every time I've encountered her. And it's like one of them things, like I love watching people from her side and hearing her story and watching her climb. It's like Jelly Roll. You know what I mean? I remember that dude when he was doing fucking shows for 15 people in Columbus. And now he
look at Suicide Boys.
Yeah, turn around and do 20,000 sold out shits. You know what I mean? Like what?
I heard Jelly Roll was doing a lot of shows in Akron too. That was like a big one for him, I guess, because I played I went to the Vortex for a show, and people were like, "Yeah, Jelly Roll's really respected here." I was like, "Damn, yeah, I guess in Ohio he's pretty respected. That's cool."
Well, it's actually pretty dope though. I don't really talk too much anymore, but the homie DVST out of Columbus, he actually used to book his tour. He used to book Jelly's tours for him, so that's why he always hit those ones. Like he had to hit Alrosa, he had to hit the Vortex, and you know what I'm saying, hit all those major spots because they were all connected into that thing. You know what I'm saying, and that's another one I keep giving dude his flowers is Jay Villain. That motherfucker stays connected in all.
I love Jay Villain.
Like,
Jay Villain, I literally hit him up. Hey, homie, can you send me that tour flyer? Instantly send it to me. Yeah, I was like, I'm promoting the fuck out of this show. So anybody
connected with the show immediately, I was like,
bro, I'm telling you,
I loved him on the. I loved having him on the show.
Well,
he's such
I'll never forget that moment when KFC reached out to me like, "Hey man, what do you think about bringing the homie Jamie Villain on the Tritone?" And like that moment just froze. Like, what? Every avenue of this makes sense. The connection we've had, we built, and everything. And the funny thing is it all started off of a tour with ABK. We did the Weekend Warrior tour with ABK, and it was just like an instant connection. We just
I remember that.
And then it's like I watched him work, and I'm like, this motherfucker works. You know what I mean? And we're not going to bring somebody on the team just because they've got talent. There's 100 million talented motherfuckers out here. We want somebody that takes that talent and works, that takes that talent and drives and brings it forward. I ain't worried about you putting me on or trying to ride your coattail or anything like that. If you've got a talent or an avenue, I want to learn how you did it so I can do it the way you did it. I can try to incorporate your style with my style. Exactly. Like,
there's two motherfuckers that I think is probably one of the most talented, underrated groups in Ohio. Fucking Blazy Boys. Them motherfuckers. Absolutely. Those vocals right there. That vocal blend. Holy shit.
Sometimes their beats are more minimal and it's more about the vocals like on top of it.
See, like me, like I told them this personally. I told them this personally. Me personally, I don't like listening to their music on YouTube. I love seeing them live. It's my favorite. One of my favorite shows is watching them live.
I listen to some of their stuff on YouTube because it kind of they have some stuff that tells a story and they tell some jokes. It's kind of funny to smoke and listen to. It's like for smoking, you know what I mean? Some of it, like the newer stuff's more emotional.
I hate the Lazy Boys. Those motherfuckers are too goddamn nice. They could honestly, I mean, I'm not saying that they are, but they could be the most garbage musicians ever, and you can't help but support them because they are genuinely nice, supportive, heartfelt people. They happen to be dope musicians, and I truly do love them motherfuckers. But they are too fucking nice, man. No, I love seeing like
Scott and Michael. Me and Scott talk all the time. Me and Scott, that's my texting buddy all the time. That's my every night. He's like, "Hey, buddy, have a good day. Hope you have a great day at work. You got this."
When I was going through a lot, I was able to hit up Scott, and they're just the homies. They're real homies. You know what I mean? They're not.
Yes.
They're
I
doing
know,
it for
but
themselves.
But it's hard for me to continue being a piece of shit with nice people like that in my corner, promoting that positivity. Nah, I love them fools, man. They're fucking great people.
And like, I was like,
love
that's
both of
how.
them.
That's like another thing is like me and John's relationship. That motherfuckers. That's my fucking
He's a
brother.
bitch, I
Right
know.
there. I love him to death. I told him, I was like, why are you? There's two people that knows how to smile with their eyes. Him and Apollo Exodus. You know they're about to plot something with their eyes. Just with their eyes.
See, so that's because, and I'm not really big on astrology or anything like that, but he's a Capricorn. And that motherfucker wears his emotions on his sleeve. You can tell every emotion. If he's mad, you can see it. If he's happy, you can see it. And there's really no in between with that goofy motherfucker. He's either happy or he's mad.
I'm a Gemini.
I'm an Aquarius.
I'm also a Capricorn.
My baby.
That explains a lot,
baby.
you impulsive motherfucker. Like I said, I know who you are, not Bobby.
So what influenced you get the name CaptnSmoke?
Actually, it was it's based off of a movie. It's D. Snyder's Strangeland. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's from like the late 80s, early 90s, I think. I'm not 100%
Sounds
sure.
familiar. I thought it was like eating so much Captain Crunch or something.
No, but basically, when I first came up with the name, I was because that's like my favorite movie of all time. D. Snyder from Twisted Sister. He plays a serial killer that goes online in chat rooms and meets up with people, lures them in, and then mutilates them, does all kinds of fucked up tattoos and crazy piercings, and mutilates them and kills them and shit. Well, his online handle for this is Captain Howdy. So he spells it CAPT. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. And then my people always put smoke behind it because I was always that, even since I was a real little kid, I was that one. Like, all you got to do is say the word and I'm ready to go. I always want to smoke. And then, so that term actually comes from up in Detroit and shit like that. And I had the people I was fucking with at the time, I had a bunch of people that would come back and travel back and forth from Detroit, and their people would bring a bunch of shit down to us. And these motherfuckers always said that shit like, nobody want this smoke. Nobody want this smoke. Talking about they don't want to fight. And all that kind of just stuck. And they're like, well, nah, he does. And they're like, oh, who is that? And I always said Captain, you know what I'm saying? Captain Howdy. I've always went by Captain. And they're like, that's Captain right there. He's like, oh, yeah, you Captain Smoke. And I was like, oh, I like that. And then we sit in the bullshit. We smoke a blunt. And I told him, like, I need to pay you or something because I like that. And then I realized that he spelled it CAPT and I had to make a difference. So I put the N on it.
Fuck yeah. So
but it's all about a movie.
See, like when I got my
make a movie.
Hell yeah, that would be the most boring fucking movie ever.
They're just dads that sit home.
Starring Jack Black as KFC.
It's a bunch of old men. One man likes to cut the grass. One bitches about somebody being on their grass. One still thinks that they're young as shit, but they're really like fucking 50
King
years
of the
old.
Hill meets Tritone.
There we go. It'd be more like Trailer Park Boys, but that's fine.
Okay, Trailer Park Boys is good.
You got me and Bobby as Corey and Trevor in this situation.
Yes.
I believe this to the fullest. Speaking of Trailer Park Boys, so
my favorite show of all time.
Oh, fuck yes, I love that show. But my homie Seth Rock, he's actually a Dayton area native, but he lives out west now. But he is doing a song called Mr. Leahy, and he's actually coming into town, I think, next weekend to shoot the video for this. And he's having everybody dress up as Trailer Park Boy characters and shoot the video for it. Well, I'll send you a link when it drops.
So when I was going through a really bad time, I reached out to Jacob Ralph. Okay, telling him how I love the show. I feel like I'm a Ricky living in my car and everything. And he asked me for my address. And 2 months later, he gave me his screen printing art from Jacob Ralph and everything. It's somewhere here, but it's like
I don't know how big the Juggalo scene is up in Canada, but I bet all the motherfuckers would be hardcore Juggalos. They would do fucking awesome at the gathering, dude.
They're down with Snoop Dogg and stuff.
I know.
Dude, holy fuck! I just realized that there's somebody. I thought you just had a black screen there for a minute. What the?
Sorry.
So the Trailer Park Boys has came to the gathering before.
No shit.
Yes. Randy did this cheeseburger picnic, and I heard that he jumped the cheeseburger there.
So was it just Randy, or was it the trailer?
It was Randy, Julian, and Bubbles, and Ricky that all showed up.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard.
Randy.
That's what That's what I've heard. Like, I've never seen anything on it, but I've heard that they made a appearance. See, honestly, you know what would win me over at the gathering? If they did a Kill Tony set at the gathering and let Juggalos get a minute.
So here's the thing about that. I don't think that this should be a year for new things at the gathering. This is supposed to be the gathering of legends. Everything that's made the gathering great over the last 25 years should be what's at this gathering.
It's basically the best of, sort of.
Exactly.
We'll just pretend like Cream Corn Wrestling was involved before then. Make it.
Nah, this is going to be legendary because you don't know if we're going to do it again next year. Maybe we might do something different. I keep talking about Cream Corn Olympics. I think that'd be hilarious.
If Jump doesn't put you on there, you guys got to do it right at the fucking entrance.
See, we're doing it with the rejects. With the rejects, those are my boys.
I know them motherfuckers are handy. I know Spats is my motherfucking guy. I know that motherfucker can do some shit, set it up over there in the parking lot right there at the entrance. Block that, shut that whole shit down.
As soon as you come in, Cream Corn Wrestling.
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, Spats is a motherfucker. That's a crafty motherfucker. He can figure out how to get that going.
We should do it at the entrance so that we can distract everybody working and like let people sneak in. Like if we see someone sneak in, I feel like everybody come over.
I feel like the parking lot would be a little problem too because they're trying to stifler on the camping in the parking lot.
What?
Fuck their parking lot.
Like we're not camping. We're getting ready to go into camp. We're just getting our
shit ready.
Has anybody ever given a fuck about the rules there?
Yeah, they said no fireworks on the website last time. If I definitely watched fireworks for every single time I heard a firework, I would have been drunk off my ass.
I definitely watched some fireworks. It was a good time.
Great time. The gathering is probably that's my family reunion.
No, yeah.
Where I see all my family.
I owe a lot of thanks to KFC and my Tritone brothers for this shit because I grew up as a young, like a troubled teen, did a lot of time and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying, I became blessed with the Juggalo community, and they gave me a home where I didn't have one. Like I said, my dad ran off when I was real young. I didn't have nobody to look up to, and the family took me in and showed me what love really felt like. So when I was I made it out of pretty much. I had to drop out of high school. I got nuisanced out of the city I was living in, and I had to move out to Philadelphia for a little while. I was out there, had my 18th birthday, came back after a while, and that's where I met my wife. And then instantly, it's like not much later, she got pregnant with my son, and I immediately had to step back from my love for all of that and had to buckle down and become a dad. And then we formed Tritone, and I never really I'll get scatterbrained, but I never really thought that Tritone was going to really blow up into anything. And the next thing I know, KFC made a lot of shows happen for us, and then people like ABK. We got told we were going on that ABK tour, and I'm like, dude, like I can quote the entire Hatchet Warrior CD from front to back, every song. That was my fucking go-to for years. Like I burnt CDs out on that shit. And this motherfucker calls me and knows me on my first name basis now because of it. Like all these motherfuckers that were my idol and got me through this horrible fucking time period of my life, you know, in and out of jail and fucked up and doing all kinds of crazy shit. And now all of these people embrace me into this community, and I got brought back to home. I got brought back to family. You know what I mean? And it's all because my family believed in me and put me in a position to be able to do that. You can't ever thank that kind of love enough,
dude.
Whoop, whoop.
That hits so much for me because our story is a lot similar when that way. I was a troubled kid in the Juggalos. Yeah, dude, that shit hit. Wow.
Man. I remember I caught my first.
I'm gonna say this now. If it wasn't for Bobby, I wouldn't be here.
Friends. I was kind of like with like fake Juggalos growing up, kind of they're like abusive and like mean and like kind of shitty to you, and then like I found the Juggalos, and I was like, that's not what it's all about. It's more about these guys, like, you know what I mean? So it was more like that for me. Like I had to find it, kind of.
Yeah, man. When they started trying to label the gang type shit, and it's like, man, everything I gotta step away from this. I got a kid. I can't afford to get locked up on some gang shit. You know what I mean? If I could do all the shit that I had done previously before that and not get tied to any kind of affiliation shit or any kind of chaotic bullshit, organized crime and shit like that, because that was actually one of the crimes that I actually got dropped down. You know what I'm saying? Was fucking organized crime. And it was like fucking, I don't remember the exact terminology of it, but you know, I got a lawyer and fought the shit. So it was like, what I'm saying, if I did all this to avoid that, I'm sure in the hell not going to turn around and get labeled into this shit. And I had to step away from it. And it sucks that I couldn't, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't a part of all of the march and all that shit. So like, that's why, you know, the whole split with the family, I can't speak on it because I wasn't there for the march. I wasn't a part of all that. I didn't go stand up for nobody. My dumb ass ran and hid away from everything because I had to think about my family. But when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? I'll always, even through that time period, I still listen to the clowns. I still try to keep up with the underground scene and the family and shit like that. It wasn't ever like I had a fake love for it. I was just afraid of the repercussions. And then he comes to a point where it's like, man, fuck the repercussions of this shit. These people, it's too good of people in this fucking scene. Too many people. And I come from a place where I don't believe in the word family. You know what I mean? There is no fucking family. It was me, my mom, my two brothers, and my sister. That's all I've ever had in this life. And so I didn't believe in family. So coming across the gathering and coming across the family and the Juggalo community, it's like that's what family means. And that helps me be a better person every day. Cause it's like, man, like if arms can be open for a fucked up person like me, man, there's still hope in this world.
Yeah, my homies are family too. Third cousins, get out of here.
Facts. Hell yeah.
Yep. So
I hate hearing that fucking song, thinking about all the divide right now, because that's the era I grew up in, the homies era. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's what it preached. It didn't matter what was going on. Like two juggalos could be beefing on this type. It's like dead sentence. Like you a juggalo, yeah, we're family. It's dead right there. Now it's like, oh, you're a juggalo. Fuck you, you're a fake juggalo. Yeah, man, fuck out of here with that bullshit. If you show
now
up,
it's like,
love,
oh, you're a juggalo. Are you a Chapter 17 juggalo, or are you a?
I mean, there is a difference.
Yeah, there is.
It's all love though. There is a difference, but it's all love. The core values are still there. We are the chapters. We are the pages. We the ones that write this book. You know what I mean? That didn't originate from motherfucking Ouija Mac. That shit originated from the clowns, the originators of all of this shit that brought us all together.
Facts.
You know who one of my favorite people to watch live is Isham. I love watching Isham live. Oh my god!
I don't know. I don't think I'm allowed to speak on that right now. I'm gonna shut my mouth.
I know. My boy Jay Villain about to be doing the Saints of Solomon's about to be doing a Isham show. I seen that shit he posted.
Did he announce that?
Yes, he did. I saw it. He posted it doing an Isham show. I'm fucking like, oh, I gotta go to that King of Clubs.
So I don't know what I can and can't say right now at the moment and all that. But
all right, I said it. My fault.
No, even if it's not pertaining to that.
Yep,
really
Mr. Sinful. Yep, Mr. Sinful's about to be doing that Alazuli Lou show. I'm excited for that.
That's what I was getting ready to say. We got that show, and because of that, Mr. Okay, so I was waiting on KFC to give me clarification. My brother, Mr. Sinful, he's also on Tritone himself. He's also going to be on the Isham and the Convalescent show at the King of Clubs. So if you need tickets, holla at your boy. I'm available on all platforms, CAPT and SMOKE.
Hey, that Isham, that AXE album, I just listened to it with Mikey Clark doing the beat. Oh, God,
I don't really listen to him. I'm not a big fan of it.
I love the Mask. I am a huge sucker for Mask because I am a huge Slipknot fan. I love Slipknot. I grew up listening.
They seem like huge tentacle porn people.
They might be.
Bobby, tell me why. Tell me why I feel like you're probably rolling your belly right now.
I do know, like, I don't listen to much of the AXE stuff. I'm definitely I watch what the moves that they make. It's awesome to watch them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they move through the underground like crazy and spread. It's awesome watching the camp.
See, like, I love watching SON live. That's probably one of my favorite.
And that's why I was getting ready to is like they pick up a couple dope artists along the way to make the shit like they're definitely coming down doing it together. I will say that Mr. Bill Coxon, I think that's the name he goes underneath there. That I knew him before he joined the AXE shit. That is a badass performer. Like that dude was amazing live. I loved watching him. I'm not trying to doubt and say nothing about him now. That's when I seen him, and he used to go by the name of Knox, and that dude was fucking crazy live.
That was when I think Joe Black was going as Lunchbox, right?
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really pay attention to them before that took off. I seen him at a couple of shows because my homie J Rowe was putting on a lot of shows, and me and him go way back like high school days, and I remember when he was DJing at the fucking little country spot called The Avenue. Like that's how fucking good we go. Oh, Lee Carver, not Bill Cox. I apologize. Lee Carver.
Okay. Lee Carver is from Dayton, right?
Yeah, he's from this area.
Yeah, Dayton.
I'm sorry I mixed that up. I have Bill Cox in my brain for some reason. I know that's not that wasn't his name.
Legs is from Dayton too, I think.
Is he for real? I think know
so.
That.
I think
that's
so.
Crazy that we're like in the same small ass city and I've never ran into him.
I know. I think Whipstick's from Youngstown, up that area.
That's sweet.
I don't know. I'm not. Don't clarify or anything. I think
he is because
we're gonna circle back to that.
Set on shows at West Side Bowl.
Yeah, that was my first show I ever did live. Was at West Side Bowl. In the
shout
basement.
Out to Youngstown. We're gonna be out there here in just a couple weeks for the Set the Tone tour.
Oh, so New Carlisle, Springfield area. Okay.
Dope.
I love. That's where I lived at Springfield for a. KFC is really good friends with my uncle Big Dan. Everybody knows Big Dan.
Everybody in this world knows KFC. It don't matter if you're from fucking Belrose, California. You know KFC.
Probably some random dude in like I don't know Vietnam who knows KFC.
it's probably some facts. He probably plays video games with him every other weekend or some shit.
Dude, so let me clarify on the Vietnam thing because my first gathering, someone decided to do an air raid siren and stuff, like let one off at the middle of the night. Dude, I was tripping fucking nuts in my tent. I'm like, holy fuck, they're in the trees. I'm about to fucking die. Like, oh my god, I had a fucking ego death, like bad, freaking out just because that air raid siren. I thought I was dying.
I gotta pack a megaphone this next gathering, man.
That's the last thing you need, not Bobby. Your ass needs to pack some gas.
Chaz and Bobby need the megaphone.
Not Bobby needs a pack of condoms and some common sense is what he needs.
And a box of Plan Bs.
Condom sense.
There you go.
Actually,
condom sense. That's your gathering. Hashtag gathering of condom sense.
That actually sounds like a good condom company. Condom sense.
Are they sheepskin or latex?
Both.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I forget what movie it's from, but that's my favorite insult ever. It's like your birth certificate was just an apology letter from the condom factory.
This girl I tried to hook up with after a bar one time when I was like 25, pulled out a sheepskin condom on my ass. I was like, you know what? I know I'm in one of these woke cities, but like, you know.
Just because you were in a woke city didn't mean you had to have a condom in your ass.
Oh, it was, yeah, she pulled it out of my ass.
That's what I'm saying. I guess
we ain't heard in a while.
What?
Woo woo, fuck your sleep.
For sound. Whoop whoop, fuck your sleep.
And that's another reason why I won't be camping. I'm all fun and games on here.
In a row, you get a weird side of my ass.
That's what I'm saying. I know I'm all fun and laughy and jokey on here, but you catch me after a day with no coffee and I've fucking had enough of shit. I'm an asshole.
I'm chain smoking cigarettes, walking up to camps. Like, what's up, guys? You got a fucking hot dog? Like, I'm like looking around.
That's commenting right now. The guy that commenting right now, is the guy who did that video.
Oh, perfect.
Hell yeah, woo woo.
So
It's funny
I know
because I've
last year-
managed to get almost 2 hours in and dodge all of these topics that supposedly Bobby had for me.
why is the same foot? Why can't it be the other one?
The fact that you know it's the same one is
Way.
weird.
I now we got the vote.
He focused way too hard.
Could you put a cigarette in your own feet and smoke it yourself?
You know what's funny, Bobby? If you just would have spread your feet like that much, it would have looked like your feet were dancing up the pole. A little bit. There you go. Pole dancing feet. That's a whole new section on Pornhub now. You're welcome.
There you go.
Pole. It's just a pole. Oh my god, that's pretty funny.
Bobby's
I feel
pole
like
dancing feet. That should be a whole segment. Like,
you could put we'll put pizza in between the pole and my foot.
oh god, ew.
There is definitely a section on the internet for that.
We should get what was it, Jay Bazaar's new band with Brother B or whatever,
Freak Twins or whatever it is.
Yeah,
or Freak
we'll
Twins.
get them to play in the background, and I'll just be like my feet will just be like.
Man, the farming shit that's been going around, that shit's been hilarious. I don't know how I got on that side of TikTok, but it's awesome.
Okay.
Have you
I
seen all
always
that
like
shit?
the NSFWs on Reddit.
So it's like real farming and shit like that. Like they'll go up to you and do stupid shit and get you to like. I can't even explain it because I'm high.
Nice to meet you. Hi, how are you?
Hello, hi.
Pretty high. How high are you?
Man, how's my driving?
Exactly.
The Ohio dispensary stuff's pretty good, though. I will say.
But not just if you look. Fuck Ohio dispensaries. I still get my shit.
Michigan.
I actually really.
Michigan got trash weed.
I only had
The
stuff from
Exodus
Portland is
Exotics.
probably
If you want
my
some
favorite.
fireweed, Exodus Exotics.
Portland.
I will say this. In the streets of Ohio, you can still get some of the best weed in the country. Like I'll stand behind that. My people know
Well,
if
'cause I
I'm
was
smoking,
getting
it's good.
I was getting it shipped, or I don't want to say that, but I was getting it from Portland or whatever, and that shit was dank. Like that they had a really good.
So Portland's different than most out west because Portland always gets all of the rain from Seattle and all that in that area, so they get
Okay.
a lot of moisture. But you go anywhere from like fucking SoCal, you go out to like Arizona, Nevada, you come anything that comes from Colorado, that shit's dry as fuck.
Right, it's always dry.
moisture because it's dry in that
And a lot of
climate.
stuff because they're wasting it because Colorado's a dab state. The most of their stuff is dabs, like they're selling dabs.
And now, when it comes to all the extracts and stuff like that, Colorado definitely has a great market. Michigan has a great market on the wax. Like fucking, I go out to Michigan to get my rosin and shit like that. And around here, in Ohio,
I love live rosin, bro.
Dude, these motherfuckers want $40 and $50 a gram, and my bro, I don't do cocaine no more. Like that don't cut it with me. But you can go up to Michigan, dude. Like I get these all the time. Shout out to Backpack Boys. They don't sponsor me, but they should. I go up there and get fucking buckets.
Wait, what did you? What were they?
It's Backpack Boys.
I've had those. You
can get 5 grams for fucking 60 or 70 bucks, bro.
About.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I was
It's
like,
tasty
texting them on,
as
like,
shit.
WhatsApp
So
or
my
something,
opinion.
like-
This is my opinion. Runts and Cookie has ruined the weed industry.
Facts.
I feel that.
The worst. Ruined it.
Cookies, like shout out to Burner. He's an OG in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? He gets mad respect on that. But that is all overpriced mids. They don't sell good
Facts.
weed there. You know what I mean? Their top tier shit is still the shit that I was buying back in 08 on the brick. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need. They used to break that shit off in chunks and just shove it to you. They didn't want to keep it no more.
They really started pushing that. They started pushing the Mach 3 and like all that stuff. And then like it moved into that.
I'm not gonna lie, I did drink a THCA drink before. I was fucked up off of that.
And then all the stuff just comes into what you can press the most or make the edibles with and stuff, and that's what they're going for.
Yeah. Shit, Mark, man, I'm telling you, man, Monroe, Michigan got the plug-in on that shit. They run deals all the time.
What is it? The rainbow sherbets and like the
RS. Now it's not even rainbow sherbet. Now they've already cross-dread that out. It's fucking RS11 now.
Oh yeah, it's RS11. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fucking stupid. They've ruined a lot of good weed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we used to have that chronic shit. You know what I'm saying? The lemon G's, the white widows, the real Northern Lights.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
my favorite weed strand is the green crack. Holy fuck, the flavor.
Well, see, even that's a cross genetic. That green crack is 2 different strains.
See, I like the gushers and stuff. Like, I like the gushers,
which there's nothing like with it, but then it kind of. I'm talking about like it's dope that you got that we still have tasty shit these days. Like the popular strain right now that's going through Dayton a lot is that Blue Blast. It's super fucking terpy. It's got a nice mellow high to it. It's nice. It's not bad, but it's still not the shit we used to have back.
I'm fine
day.
with.
I miss that old school like Kim Dog. Like Kim Dog
strains.
I'm trying to think of what Kim Dog had in it too. So like I like the OG strains like before, like, and they might not even be as potent because like most of these strains aren't as potent as a lot of the shit that we have now because they bred all these shit together. But I'm a sucker for Lemon G13. That shit came through in like the 2003 to 2008 era, and fucking boy, we was copping out $50 an eighth.
Man, stuff broke up and
super airy
and stuff. Like,
I'm a huge fan of fluffy weed. Fluffy, that fluff.
Afghan Kush, dude. Afghan Kush was always a good one. And
see, in the Afghan Kush, that was actually originated from Afghanistan,
right?
Kush
and they actually
mountains.
Stopped.
You know what I mean?
You had to order the rest of it because they stopped letting it be legal over there. People had to order the rest of the strains. I remember then that was going on.
And then they turn around and crossbred it out.
Right, and they turn around and ruin it anyways.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it, y'all fucked this up for everything.
Poison.
The old school Maui Wowie, man, mixed with Labrador.
And about Maui Wowie back in the day, like motherfuckers used to joke, but that shit was like gold, bro. That shit was some dank ass weed. So I got lucky as fuck, and I grew up.
My first time ever smoking weed was Jack Herrera.
Jack Herrera,
yeah, Jack Herrera is a good dab strain. It's a good one.
Oh my god, that was my grandpa. My grandpa gave me a tackle box when I was like 13 years old. It was weed in there. It was awesome.
So do you know who Jack Herrera is?
I heard he's like I know he was named after like a porn star, right?
No, so Jack Herrera is actually a pot activist. He's from Canada, and he came up with this ideology and started getting people to fucking go along with it because he was tired of all the bullshit that the DEA and the fucking all that were putting on him. So my ideology is everybody just took the seeds out of your weed and threw them on the side of the road. If everybody just did that all day, every day, the weed would outgrow any amount of the law enforcement it would take for them to be able to chop it down. And at some point, they would just have to get it out of it. They would just have to give up. They would never be able to keep up with it. Dude, that dude started that
seed of weed.
Exactly. I was getting ready to say like I'm trying to think of who exactly was, but that's what good. He's like the Johnny Appleseed of weed, and they put this man in prison so many times.
Sounds like Tommy Chong too.
Yeah, like he's like that is the godfather of weed when it comes down to it. Jack Herrera. That's why he, for the longest time, he had like the most potent strain on the market because of just like everybody. Like you have to be able to mount up to what his true legacy really is.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, if you live in a legal state, Mark, you could always reach out to some of these places on a distribution type shit. You never know what they come up. I know Backpack Boys is moving all kinds of different other places. They're over in like AZ, California, all kind of shit now. I stay fucking with them because they keep on a good dab prices and shit.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When I was hanging out with Vile, his dabs had me fucking.
He smoked like a little girl too. That's crazy.
The best weed that I've had, I think, has to be Friendsgiving. Someone ended up when we were all smoking in that room, bringing out like I think it was like a Stizzy blunt or something, one of the pre-rolls that had like the bits of keef that were like
on the outside.
I felt like halfway through that I was falling through the floor even though I wasn't.
Oh yeah. Your body starts shaking. You're like, am I floating?
You're like
Stizzies. Those infused joints will do that shit to you, man. There's a lot of shit into that.
So when I lived in Indiana, I had to go to. I was scared and everything.
Fuck Indiana.
I left, but I was scared and I went up to this place called Craven Vapes and they had like this THCA like pre-rolls. They had like Keef, dabs, all this
Made
shit.
His testosterone go down.
Dude, I fucking hit that motherfucker. I was like this.
Is that what's wrong with you?
I keep telling people my mom microwaved me.
Oh, is your mom's name China Arnold?
No.
You laugh, but this is a Dayton native like legend. There's a place they used to have here in Dayton. It was called Parkside. It was a housing complex. It was the projects. And there was a bitch that was in the roof top of her mind on drugs, and she microwaved her baby. If you look up China Arnold,
fuck.
Yeah, look up China Arnold. There's a whole ass story on it. That bitch was crazy.
My family's from Indiana, sadly.
Indiana's a no tolerance state. Fuck Indiana,
dude. My boy went to Michigan and got caught with fucking 3 cars, facing a month.
Bro, that's fucking ridiculous. For some motherfuckers, trees, the shit grows on trees, literally.
They got my boy coming right into South Bend over the border.
Illinois got my ass. I don't even know what the name of that little podunk piece of shit town was. Shout out to Hatchet Kelly, you piece of shit.
Dude, Illinois, me moving here, dude, it's so different, man. Because I've never seen so many slot machines in my life, okay? The video gaming is so fucking huge here. I was like, you go into a gas station, there's another room you can go in and be like slot machines. I'm like, and then I never seen a Little Caesars Express before, and I saw that. It's just crazy. Damn, we're at 2 hours. This is fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my kid to sleep soon, but I don't want to. I want to just go do it and like let not Bobby take over or something. I don't know, whatever. He's crying and shit.
Yeah. Hey man, that family shit got to come first, man.
Yeah, he's like putting pillows on the ground, trying to make a little bed.
Hell yeah! I love when they put themselves to bed.
I just want to punch you in your face.
Good luck getting through this beard. It's better than yours.
Good luck. You have to jump just to hit me.
Hey man, it'll be harder hit.
You're
You're gonna be me. I'm gonna be in there like
whoop whoop.
Woo, woo. I'm gonna put it on my knuckles. I'm gonna tattoo it on my knuckles before we fight.
I thought we were supposed to take blue rhinos before we fight.
Oh yeah, that too.
You know, Chaz, I just realized if you take one of the dwarfs from the Lord of the Rings movies and you cross it with the Wolverine, and then you give that crossbreed Down syndrome, I think that's what you look like.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Down with the syndrome.
Yeah, I'm down with the syndrome. Definitely.
Hey, the syndrome may be down, but the vibes are up, my guy.
Hell yeah. You know, when I had my glasses, everybody called me fucking Seth Rogen. It was hilarious.
That
I don't get that vibe at all.
I keep seeing
he says I look like Ed Sheeran.
I keep seeing videos pop up in my like Facebook and stuff, like in the reels randomly, and it'll be like a girl walking, like shaking her ass, and she turns around and she's got like Down syndrome face, shit like that. It's like a big thing.
It's something not Bobby's into.
Yeah,
Chaz,
not Bobby. How do you feel about that?
Chaz, if Ed Sheeran came from the hills of Virginia and had a meth problem, then yeah, I'd say you look like
that dude. That's funny because listen, I was telling him he looked like Ed Sheeran too. Me and fucking my boy Josh were like, "You look like Ed Sheeran for so long."
I got a forehead bigger than Violent J.
That's cool. I got a 5 head, bro. I told you my shit been balding since I was 13.
It ain't on me.
Exactly.
Mine's worked its way back a little bit. I got it was like here, but I gotta
Bobby,
get my
that's
head
called
tatted
stress.
more. Dude, stress be fucking me, especially with that last fucking relationship, bro. That fucked me.
Boy,
But I'm bouncing back.
Happy to hear that. Congratulations.
Me and Chaz met at the same time. That's the whole reason this show started, pretty much, is because we kind of were going through a bunch of hard shit. And then one day he called me and he was fucked up. And he was like, I got to change my life. And then it was like from that point on, it just randomly became this.
So
and
when I changed my life and stuff, this motherfucker would call me every day, ask me how my withdrawals are, and check on me. And I I held that deeply. He did something that my own family would not do. Like if it wasn't like I tell people this all the time. It's a factor of my father. My father helped me. Bobby, Cartoon, because of his music, and SON were like my biggest influences of me sobriety.
Cartoons, my God, I love that man.
I love that dude. That's his story.
you guys are funny too, having the show.
That his story, and then him letting me come on stage with him as Pikachu was like the most wholesome thing. I guess this year they asked me to be RoboCop.
Did you just fart?
Yes, I did.
Not Bobby has not said a single word in a half an hour, but he sure in the hell noticed the fart. You know why? He tasted it. It kind of tasted like that butt plug.
But I think we might be wrapping up the show.
Yeah,
everybody's starting to get tired. I see the little ones like, Dad, bed.
Yeah, it's almost midnight. I need to get my kid to sleep.
I think not. Bobby had enough. I think. How many times did you nut, Bobby? That's the question.
Yeah, he's the serial jacker, the mad jacker, or whatever.
The mad,
Nah,
yeah,
he's
Jacker.
trying to be quiet
He's the
so I
mad
don't
jacker.
piss off my parents who are probably getting ready for bed.
He said so. The handyman said it. Handyman said it's been at least 6 times. I definitely appreciate y'all having me on. I appreciate y'all giving people a platform and a chance to do this. Just come on here and fuck around and spread their name for a minute, man. This shit's dope. Anybody that's going to promote the true heart of the family shit, man. I truly appreciate y'all for this shit, for real.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
No, it's all about everybody who comes out to the shows and trying to keep it like it wouldn't be nothing without the crowd and without the people performing. And I feel like we're just right in the middle trying to like glue it together. You know what I mean? No matter what.
That's dope, man. Don't give up on that shit. And don't give up on y'all sobriety together, man. That shit means a lot. When you find your own sponsor out there without having to fucking go through with all the fucking politics of AA and NA and all that bullshit, man. That's dope.
I did it without rehab.
He promised me a rusty trombone if I could last till the gathering. So
that has never been in stone.
I kind of feel. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of know you a little bit now. We've been friends for a while now. I believe this happened.
You know what? It's called the power of manifestation.
Or you said it. I don't. We're gonna have to get hung up on it.
Manly into devastation.
Well, I want to shout out Tritone Music for allowing us to be the coolest, fucking dopest people ever. Like, you guys, 937 guys are like family to me.
Appreciate that, man. It's all about the
I want to shout out everybody who performed at Halloween tonight up there for Darby O'Trill. Fucking killed. I was watching Swill's lives and stuff. Everyone killed it. I want to shout out Bobby for actually being on the show this time.
Just being a dad over there. You're just being a dad over there, man.
I can't help it. I've been so busy lately. Just doing this,
dadding,
working
man.
a few jobs, fucking saving up. I'm really just. It sucks, man. I've been saving up for this lawyer for some shit that my baby mom said about me, and like it wasn't true. And like once I pay that off, I'm gonna be back on top of the world. But I got to the June docket, so I'm waiting for that, and we'll be set.
Good luck, man. I hope you kick it out.
Not Bobby is probably one of the greatest unknown characters on this show. I love it.
Yeah, what is this picture?
He just honestly. It might be. It kind of looks like him a little bit. I know that smile.
It looks like Hatchet Kelly.
But it makes it nice. It kind of evened it out, so we weren't just sitting there with three
Hatchet
little
Kelly
weird
looks
squares.
like you know the picture
Amazon
back,
Prime
like,
box.
You know the picture of the dude, the kid turning around peeing and like looking back like this on trucks, like you usually
Yeah, the
see
piss
it, like,
on them vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Hatchet Kelly looks like to me.
But hey, anybody who's watching the show, hit up those show on this tour, man. It's gonna be nothing but
I'm
freshness.
going to the
All those
Youngstown one.
date flyers,
Yeah.
we'll be sharing it and everything. Hit this
Appreciate
fucking
it.
tour. It's a tour of memories.
That's
right
that's
here.
what this whole episode's basically about, pretty much. You know, whatever's coming up, you know, we're like, okay, like we want people to go to it. You know what I mean? Come out. We
Hell
want to
yeah.
meet you.
Fuck yeah, and
I
I'm
want
doing
to
the
see
same
people
thing.
in the comments at the shows, and I want to talk to you and fucking like dap you up, say whoop whoop.
We're coming all the way down to Azalea Park, Florida, man. If you're down in between
Wow.
Ohio and Azalea Park, Florida, fucking come out to one of these shows, link up with your boy, smoke a big old fat blunt. That's what it's all about, man. Love, positivity, and meeting the homies.
Man.
I wonder what would happen if we tried to do like a live show during the gathering at some point.
We could walk
We
around.
need to have
we're gathering
we're-
together.
the Patreon.
I'm just gonna let you know right now, cell phone service during the gathering is shit.
I didn't get on my phone the entire time last time.
I remember trying to log on to my home cameras to check on my son, and I could not get gift service for shit.
I'm straight up just bringing a video camera this
Ready?
time.
I'm gonna bring
to
a disposable camera, like those old school disposable camera. I want to get my gathering moments right there.
not Bobby. You need to come up with a disclaimer that people need to sign when they come in contact with you at the gathering, so that you don't get sued.
Warning:
Come
choking
around.
hazard may contain tiny parts.
Or at least like a business contract, like butt plug washer or something like that. Make it legal.
Butt plug washer.
Call
Butt
it
plug-
His
I'm
wiener
honestly
cleaner
surprised that I'm
services.
not on the Jeff Hunters list at this point.
Do you want to be?
No.
That's Chaz's people's.
Fuck you. Even though they're trying. I hate
On
them
that
motherfuckers.
note-
I've been trying to get put on that list. I told them I'll punch this bitch in her fucking mouth right now, and they laughed at me and said I should be on SNL.
Yeah, we don't get those vibes, Chaz.
Fuck.
Maybe if you were trying to pull off that you beat your mom or something, we might get that. But we all look
I'm
at you like if you
scared.
had your
I'm
old lady,
scared
your
of
old
my
lady
mom.
probably
My
whooped
mom
your ass.
My mom.
Yeah, I
would
think
whoop my
Katana
ass.
would probably smack the shit out of you.
I feel like your old lady would beat your ass.
Probably will.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just agree. It's for the best.
Probably
You don't
grab
wanna-
your ear.
He's gonna be doing the next episode with a black eye, guys.
I can make that happen.
I can make that happen.
By the sounds of you ain't too far from. No, I'm just playing.
No, not far. But that being said, I'm thinking that we might going to end the show
Salute,
Yeah,
guys. I
thank you
it's
for
appreciate
about
it.
coming
that
out.
time. We got
next weekend. Next weekend, old school Kurt, TikTok. He's huge on TikTok. He talks about Juggalo stories and everything. Come check it out. He said he's going to make us laugh.
I'm gonna try to tune in. Next weekend, I'm gonna be up in Lake St. Clair, Mish fishing. So I don't know if I'll be able to tune in or not.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm going to end it.
Salute y'all.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Later, Captain.
Later.
Whoop whoop. All right, guys.